Hmm. My intuition tells me that something very interesting is about to happen.
Okay, and testing for the audio.
Come, try some creative cooking.
Yep, and it's working. Hey folks, and welcome back to Genshin Impact, and yes, I'm finally streaming! Well, Inazuma, you were an interesting experience to go through version 2.0 to 2.8. It's been fun, but alas, in the Nation of Eternity, even this journey has to end. My journey now continues on to... no, not that. If I can just go there, into the unknown regions, aka this first part of Sumeru. So, I might as well go ahead and get there and start the story quest. And from what I slightly saw, I'm in for a long story. So, but we'll see what happens. Almost. You know, all this time playing Tower Fantasy, I keep getting the controls mixed up. I swear that could just be the, I can kill my characters and stuff. But anyway, I might as well discuss what happened, what happened this morning, I should say, with the polls. I have C6 Kale, and right now, currently sitting at C2, Tainari. And yesterday, this morning I should say, I did manage to get C6 Chi-Chi. Yeah, at the last of the polls, so the next gold I get is going to be guaranteed C3 Tainari. But the fact that I end up getting C6 Chi-Chi is just funny. It's like, a lot of people is like, oh, whenever they lose to 50-50, they're expecting Chi-Chi. At least for me, it's like, I kept getting Kaching more than Chi-Chi, as far as I remember anyway. Yeah, now I'm just hoping that with Tainari's addition to the standard banner after 3.1, I want more Tainari constellations. Oh. Am I going the wrong way? Oh. Okay. Oh, hi! I'm double pressing A to thinking I can double jump. It's like, no wait, this is not Tower of Fantasy, Tyler. It's not Tower of Fantasy. This is Genshin. Alright, so here we are. Well, technically with our first step into Sumeru. My first step to Sumeru.
Now that we made it to Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same deity who abducted your sister. But even so, people call Sumeru the Nation of Wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet the God of Wisdom, maybe she can give us some useful information.
I'm just curious what kind of information, but alright, sounds like a plan.
But, Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe we can climb up to that spot with the statue of the Seven on it. That'll give us a way better view of things.
That crystal fly's teasing me. I want it.
Even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to check for some smaller settlements nearby.
Oh, hey.
Wait a second. Look! There's someone up ahead! Perfect timing! Now we can just ask for directions rather than wander around like lost adventurers. We're not from around here and seem to have gotten a little lost. We'd like to ask for some directions.
Sometimes being lost is part of the adventure, Paimon.
Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions?
Huh?
You good there?
What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Wait! Could she be ignoring us? How dare she?
Calm down, it's probably nothing to get worked up about.
Well, even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to ask. Let's keep our distance and follow her. When we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else for directions.
Okay. But, and this begins the Chapter 3, Act 1. Now,
Come on, let's follow her. Just keep quiet and make sure she doesn't notice us.
As I'll say before Paimon stuff. Nope, not that. Before I do that, I might as well do this. Alistair, where are you at? Oh, there he is.
This world is full of...
I'm gonna change the element. Okay, so... Oh, it's giving me a prompt. What's this? Oh, okay, so... They act like... Well, it's sort of like that one commission where you have to race against time using the electric Garnum to transport it up. Oh god, I think that made a con stuff, but sorry, I didn't mean to sneeze. So, anyway, it's like the those special things in Inazuma where they were electrified. Now it's just Dendro. But anyway, we're here. Oh. Sorry, Kusanali, didn't mean to do that. There we go. Oh, what? What was that? Oh, hello there. What? No voices this time? I saw them. What are those? I'm guessing the no voices, assuming this is supposed to be a side quest. I guess we're gonna have to find out more as we explore Sumeru later on. Now, time to resonate with Dendro. Yep, now we have the Dendro Traveler, which I have not used up and really ranked up the Traveler at all since almost the beginning of the game. Though I really should in case I do run into situations that I'm probably gonna need him. So, but we'll work on that later, but for now, let's just get through the story. And I was in the middle of getting Hazel.
I'm on the case.
To rank 10? And not quite there yet. Okay, follow the unresponsive person discreetly.
Huh? She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly vanished. Let's go take a closer look.
Well, she didn't technically went to the waterfall. Did a cave near the waterfall, but oh well. Oh well.
Paimon thought this cave would lead to a village or something, but it looks like that's not the case. Look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be living here, could she? What should we do now? Do we try asking her for directions again?
I'd rather not. She may be angry if we try to. So maybe we shouldn't bother her.
It looks like she's meditating or something. If we bother her now, she probably wouldn't let us off very lightly.
Exactly. My thoughts exactly.
Oh! What a lovely smell! It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but at least it smells nice. Maybe living here wouldn't be too bad after all.
Uh-oh.
Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good.
The smell, something's not right.
What? Is the smell making you feel sick? Strange. Paimon doesn't feel anything.
What does that incense have? I've got to get out of here. I think I'm gonna pass out.
What's happening? Traveler? This is no time for a nap. Oh, come on, wake up.
What was in that incense? I'm sorry, what? What was that sound? I have it at max volume, but... What the heck? I like the design of it. I like the scenery. Whoa! Whoa! I'm trying to listen carefully what the heck that it's saying. Oh. World forget me.
Are you sure it's not serious? The Traveler's been out for a long time now.
Okay.
Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that he's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about.
Golly!
Oh, are you awake now?
Hi there!
Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake!
Where am I?
Well, we're at... Good question. Where are we? Hyman was in such a panic when you passed out that she even forgot to ask what place this is.
This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by the forest rangers as a base of operations.
I just can't get over the fact that Kali changed a lot since her first debut in the webtoon comics, which I finished recently actually. As I remember, at one point on the Mihoyo website, it stopped at a certain point, so I had to go to another website to. They uploaded everything else on that website, and I finished it. I was like, okay, that's how the story ended. I know, if you haven't read the stuff, I'm just gonna say what happened. After the events in Mondstadt, and the curse on her neck was sealed. She went with Sino to Sumeru, and I guess somewhere down the line she was now mentoring under Tainari while Sino is out somewhere. But yeah, it's good to see Kale. And we're gonna about to see Sino soon in 3.1, I presume. Now, the only webtoon comic character that has to be revealed in-game anyway, Il Dottore.
My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here.
Thank you for your help. Thank you for the help.
Oh, no thanks are necessary. I didn't do anything, really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort?
This taste in my mouth, it's so bitter.
Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you were unconscious. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up. Whoops!
Huh? Oh!
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these. All right, I'll get it for you once I'm finished here.
Sorry, Master.
Hi there, Tainari.
Now, the guide to Avidya Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board. But if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere a little more visible. Like right smack on his forehead so others can remind him to be careful.
No, I'm just thinking back to his character demo trailer. I'm guessing the guy that was hallucinated with the mushrooms. Well, I'm guessing that was him. Well, Tainari. One thing I should say, but you happen to do some of that just to learn, know the effects, so... Okay, you get a pass there, but... Farbode, what the heck?
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to give him a good talking to.
Fool me, what was I saying? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. I think that's saying, but if he did this twice, that's his own fault.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. But the next time he requires any of our medicine, be sure to charge him accordingly.
And don't mind me, I'm just getting the fan on. It's just getting hot. Hi there, Tainari. Nice to meet you.
So, how are you doing? Feeling better?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He is chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain it for you as well.
It kind of reminds me of Haku from Spirited Away. It's just with the green highlights in certain parts of his hair, and the fluffy ears, and the tail. But the overall hairstyle reminds me of Haku for some odd reason.
It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training and meditation in isolated
I could be
areas,
getting the name wrong.
particularly the nearby forests. While meditating, they use a certain incense known as spirit borneol to help calm their minds as they enter a state of deep rumination. In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her cave. The incense you smelled inside was the spirit borneol I just mentioned.
That spirit Borneo sent me into a very weird trip. It feels so real at the same time.
That incense typically has no effect on most people, but for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one's cognition, as you experienced firsthand. Does that make sense?
Yes, that all makes sense.
Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences? Or did you see anything while unconscious?
Well, I did see this large, glowy mushroom tree. That's the best way I can really describe it from what I've seen. Yes?
Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on and be sure to do as I've said.
Yes, Master Tainari.
Wait, hold on a second. Can you tell us what's going on?
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharvaville for further observation while you recuperate.
Further observation?
But we need to get to Sumeru City. I needed a journey to get to, finish, find my sister, and discover what this world truly is.
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation once I explain everything to you.
Okay.
Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination, which suggests your mental state is not in the best of shape.
Well, to be fair, we've seen people die, close people die in-game. So, well, people murdered. Innocent people murdered or heard them. Okay, except one, Senora.
If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
What?
Whoa, are you okay?
I'm gonna
You're
pass out again.
experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly pass out again somewhere else. The rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something were to happen to you again, I'm afraid you might not be so lucky.
Fair point.
For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own. At least until you stop having adverse reactions to this kind of smell, okay?
Alright.
Good. Now continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having problems left and right! Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, but you really don't look too good. It'd probably be best to let you recover first. Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here worrying about you, you know!
I feel it's a little weird.
What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now?
Yeah, my body does feel a little weird, but what I mean is, I don't think what I saw were hallucinations.
You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be?
I'm not sure. When I saw the vision, it felt as if I could stand deep underground, but the red sky. Could it have been Conria?
Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say anything about it to Tainari? If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right?
I don't think that's the case. He probably wasn't telling us the truth.
Huh? You mean that Tainari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations? But if that's the case, why would he try to hide that from us?
Exactly. We need to get to the bottom of this.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. That explains why you were so quiet earlier. Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure out what's going on with your hallucinations. But it seems like asking Tainari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do?
Let's start by having a chat with Kale.
Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the Dendro Archon and customs in Sumeru.
I would like to have a hangout event with Kale.
Rise and shine!
That'd be great.
Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
or an event centered on Kale, and specifically bringing her to Mondstadt to meet Amber. I want to see that reunion happen in game. That would be probably an heartwarming moment. But we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, let's go meet Kale.
All right, next let's see, right hand. Yes, not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful. Understand?
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... well, you understand.
Encounter what?
But I have a vision too! Am I useless to everyone now?
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Sure am. Is there something we can help with?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand around here.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take you two for a patrol south of Gandharvaville for the day. And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the Statue of the Seven.
Oh, like I have done that commission before.
Tenari, we're ready to head out.
Roger, I'll be right there. All right, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave any further details to Kale.
Alright?
Yes, you can count on me.
It's like they looked at each other's eyes or they tell her we give them the instructions. Okay, got it.
So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Kainari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really sound like the job for a ranger.
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing assistance to travelers and locals. As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest.
Dangerous areas, you say?
Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven.
Alright.
Paimon, traveler, this way!
Okay.
You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual.
Oh, hi, bird. Oh. Is that a
Nothing wrong with
bantha?
these two lamps. Let's move to the next ones.
I'm not gonna do a Book of Boba Fett quote right now. Yeah, I'm not tempted. But if you already know what that means, you already know.
Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it. No problems with this lamp. Good.
Okay. So Statue of the Seven. Oh, what's this?
The Statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue.
No need to worry. I'm a terrific climber. Well, I had to manage my stamina. Shouldn't be a problem.
Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footing once you reach the statue, so be careful up there.
Apparently I'm
I'm gonna
Spider-Man.
fly up with you and help you with those hard-to-reach areas. By the way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon? You know, what's she like?
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Ah, yes.
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago.
Sounds like exactly what happened to Raiden Makoto. Raiden Makoto. Aww. I really enjoyed that story, but it's bringing back the memory of the stuff and the story, like, it really got me teared up.
According to what Masters told me,
Well, we'll see what
the
happens with
sages
this.
later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Sarastana.
Uh-huh. Then what happened?
Well, and then... I'm not too sure what happened, to be honest.
Huh? You're not too sure? But aren't you from Sumeru?
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru. But...
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers. If that's the case, then don't worry, we understand.
I know your story, Kale, but the Alistair in this case doesn't know.
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Besides, I don't consider you two strangers.
Aww.
Anyway, you two know Amber, right?
Yes. She was the first person we met in our journey through Teyvat. She jumped me thinking I was suspicious, and next thing you know, became good friends.
Wait, Amber? You mean...
Amber, outrider of the Knights of Favonius?
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even say that she helped me become a new person. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment, but is also very understanding of others. She's like the spark that lights the fire in everyone's heart around her. If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and enthusiasm, causing you to fall in love with the lands of Mondstadt and...
Other than the guards that's standing in the front of the gate, or, you know... Let's see. You good there, Kale?
Sorry.
Wow, we've never seen this side of you, Kale.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure, you really like Amber.
Sorry. I was rambling on just now. It must have sounded kind of weird.
Oh, no, that was just a aw and the aw moment.
It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So, how do you know that we've met Amber?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters. In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion.
You mean floating emergency food?
I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day, I thought it'd be inappropriate to bring it up.
Oh, no.
So that's how you knew.
Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust. Really.
Aw, truly appreciate it, Kale.
I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time, and I haven't read any books. Sorry.
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary of Sarastana until you mentioned them.
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing I want to ask, though. Why do you two want to know about the Dendro Archon?
The long journey of going through Teyvat
So that's
to search
why
for
you're
my
here.
sister.
Thank you for telling me your story.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right?
Paimon's right, we're friends.
Alright, we have a statue to clean.
You both have my thanks. While you two are up there cleaning, I'll go ahead and inspect the forest canopy. Let's meet back here shortly.
Yeah. So, what I'm gonna do is, pretty much, I'm gonna cover the Archon quest. Gonna do a little bit of exploration. From what I saw, there is gonna be a part 2, Act 2, in the same patch, so... Exciting to see what's gonna happen.
Huh. Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I want to say maybe Lesser Lord Kusanali.
The name does seem to fit the statue somehow. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later. Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of the top, and you clean everything below. Nice work. That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale.
Oh, I could have just done that instead of just climbing. Oh well! And I'll collect the Dendro Oculuses on my own time. For now, let's just try to get through the Archon quest.
Kale, we're back!
Welcome back! You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break. I brought some fruit and water for us.
Yay, food! What kind of goodies did you bring?
Paimon, some restraint, please.
Hey, don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. Besides, the best way to compliment a chef is to show passion for their food. Xiangling taught Paimon that.
Ah, yes.
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called Pita Pockets. I hope you'll like them.
Ooh.
Whoops!
Ah, no! You dropped it on the ground!
Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Very smart.
Oh, whew. Paimon nearly had a heart attack there.
And enjoyed the pitas together with Kale.
Those pitas are amazing! You're quite the cook, Kale. Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something so tasty had been wasted.
You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include all my personal cooking pointers, so you'll be making your own pita pockets in no time.
Yay! Thanks, Kale! It's hard to believe someone as diligent as you could have clumsy moments, too.
Oh, I guess it happens from time to time.
Everything alright, Kale?
Kale, don't you think that Tainari's a little too strict with you? He won't let you touch anything without his permission.
I mean, there's moments, I get this a lot. I mean, there are moments that I feel like I'm a bit strict to my coworkers. But generally, I do care about their well-being and stuff. It's just sometimes I gotta be stuck as they gotta learn, but I don't want to put the impression that I'm too strict to the point that they're gonna not listen to me. I gotta respect them in some senses too. So I do understand where Tainari is coming from.
Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but he's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moments.
Well, for one, I can't speak until the very important moments, Paimon.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some time, you'll see that he's actually very kind-hearted.
Yeah, I'm more like, yeah, that's what Kali described as like, yes, I have a job to do, and I want to ensure everything's fine. I may have to be a little bit strict or harsh, but overall, I do care for everyone's well-being.
I've heard the Withering Rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature.
I don't know about reclusive, but seems like he doesn't mind.
Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called, something? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official position there. But Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears.
A lot of people are gonna say this, and I'm gonna be one of those people.
I know, right? I've always wanted to pet them too. Anyway, Master could have easily left the rainforest to take up a position at the Academia, but he chose to stay here instead as a forest watcher, helping the locals every day and passing on his knowledge to trainees. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Really? Paimon would have never guessed that. Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. He even carried you all the way here.
Okay.
Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way here.
What did you do?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little. But, it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, Why, oh why, is he going to die? It probably started to get under Master's skin after a while.
Okay, that's definitely Paimon.
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you.
Yeah, you showed that times a moment as Paimon, especially when you tried to get me back up, regain consciousness before I was nearly struck by the Musano Hitatachi. See, Chapter 2, Act 2. You will see what I mean. AKA Inazuma.
Hey! Now even Kale's starting to laugh. Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this! It's time for some primordial wrath!
Oh no.
No! Don't touch me!
Hey! Kale, what's the matter?
Oh, sorry, Kale. Paimon didn't mean to scare you.
Hey, what happened? That tone was like more of anger, like, or a fear. Well, it's more of fear. It's like, what happened?
No, I just... I didn't mean that.
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm fine. I'm sorry. I must have startled you both reacting like that. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to Gandharvaville. I think Master and the others should be back by now, too.
I'm concerned for you, Kale. What's going on?
Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden? Look, she's practically running back. Paimon can't even see her now.
Paimon, what did you do? No. I have a feeling it's something to do with her, traumatic past. That's what I'm thinking it is.
Ah, Traveler. You've returned.
Yes.
Yep, we're back. Have you seen Kale by any chance?
Oh, Kale? Yes. I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just have to wait and talk to her tomorrow then.
Well, time to fast forward time again. That's not too.
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
To think she would have to do this. Tainari, what's going on?
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here? Where's Kale?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
Oh no, what happened?
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet.
Gotcha.
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma.
Yeah, though, in those eyes, I was seen as a criminal.
So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because... well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
That sounds terrifying.
They lose all control of their body?
Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
It's the disease.
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself.
So is there any cure for Elazar?
With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
Oh god, no. No, no.
What? The Fatui?
Okay, this is where the Webtoons connection kicks in.
Ah, it appears you are already familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor.
Kill the Tory, you bastard.
I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them.
Though it was through the use of Archon residue, which had more adverse effects, which could possibly even kill an individual.
However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant.
Yeah, we see that in the webtoons.
Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
That explains why she screamed when Taimon got near her.
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
So it's not on. I had a feeling it was because of a traumatic event in the past. So it must have been the Tory's test methods of trying to figure here that kind of traumatized her.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Exactly.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her.
Right.
Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
How's Kale's condition now?
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though, I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her now. All right, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine. I'll see you two later.
Wait, can we come along?
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering like the Traveler. You must follow closely and listen to every instruction.
No problemo.
Alright.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as Lunar Lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Lunar Lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Lunar Lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Oh, huh. Okay
Whoa.
then. Note to Paimon. Never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
Well, Paimon, you're the one who mentioned it, but lesson learned now, huh?
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
Alright. Let's gather up some lunar lotuses. Well, they are blue, like Tainari was saying. but appears yellow. Oh no. I'm probably looking at the core. That's what's yellow.
All right, we've gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari.
Wait, is it? What is Tainari's? Oh! I need to start collecting these.
Hey, Tainari! We found the lotuses you requested.
Let me take a look. Good, very good. These are all excellent quality.
Every
I'm
single
quite
one.
glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It seems we even have enough time to stock up on some other things I need.
Hey,
Everything?
Tainari!
Oh, hi.
Oh, Tainari! Someone's calling your name. They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? What are they doing back so early? Let's go find out what's going on.
What's going on here?
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The Withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already cleared just a week ago. It reappeared so quickly. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading, so we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away. In the meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
Wait, Tainari! Why don't you let us help you?
Yeah.
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands.
Yeah, I was wandering into Inazuma not knowing what the heck is going on there, and turned out I'm fine.
There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the Withering. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision, then you should think twice before approaching such places.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a dangerous place. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the Withering's corrosive effects for a time.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it, like Tainari here. Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it.
I might be able to help with this. I can also control the elements.
But you don't seem to carry a vision.
I don't need it.
Don't worry, he may not have a vision, but he's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case, all right, you two may accompany me. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the Withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today, and show you what it looks like up close.
Okay, let's see what's going on. What did I aggro? Hello?
Stop. Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered! That whole area is kinda gloomy. Even the air looks like it's filled with ash.
Thank you, Paimon. That's what I was gonna say. Why does the thing look like smoky or gloomy?
Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the Withering. All right, Traveler. We're going to have to enter that Withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the Withering. If we eliminate those, then the area will be saved.
Gotcha. Well, let's do this.
Thank you. But I must warn you, don't push yourself. This is your first time handling this sort of thing, after all. Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the Withering Zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather. It could become a matter of life and death. You ready then? Let's go.
I have a feeling that, especially if there's gonna be Withering Zones here, probably one of these Withering Zones is probably gonna kill me. Somewhere down the line. It's gonna be outrageously hard, and next you know, I'm in the Withering Zone for too long. I probably
First,
die.
we must locate any branches sustaining the Withering Zone.
What's this? When charge attacks or aim shots hit, Dendro Garnet would... Oh, so I gotta use charge attacks, or if I'm a bow user, just charge my shots and they will activate. Okay. Hang on.
Stabilize!
Oh, hi. Dangers within. Oh, so. So all you're gonna say is, try not to fill up that bar, otherwise you're gonna die a lot faster. Oh. So it won't just kill the character that's on the field, it will kill everyone even though they're not in use. So this is just very dangerous to be in the zone for that long. But oh. So there is a way, if there is those, I wanna say, little statues with the green light, I guess that's what's gonna save you.
Emerge. Right now.
And I already been hearing what people are saying about Electro and Dendro. Very good team.
Yeah.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
Emerge.
Solidify!
Now, destroy the tumors of the Withering.
Alright. This is essentially what you need
We
to do.
did it! Everything's returning to normal now!
Yes, thanks to you two. We were able to quickly restore this area back to normal.
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, it's like this. Recently, the rate at which the Withering Zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that Withering Zone, it won't be long before another one appears. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The Withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself. For instance, even though we cleared out the Withering Zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover.
Not fast, anyway.
This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also become more serious.
Is that what you meant that we may encounter? Well, you know what I mean. He's more concerned that the effects of the withering could speed up Kale's condition for Elazar and make it a lot worse.
Huh? Well, why is that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions.
Is there no way to permanently get rid of the withering?
No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world. By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before?
I think I may have heard it somewhere before.
Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface.
Spreading and extending a massive cavern? Sounds like a lot of what I saw when I lost consciousness in the cave.
Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day. The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul. And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it.
Huh, you mean Irminsul is sick?
That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long time ago. But even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the Withering Zones here for a long time until a cure is found. Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
Really? There's no teleport point near Gandharvaville? You should really have one there, but... we'll see. Fly on over there.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The Withering Zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry. Huh. Wait, is that?
Oh, it's a...
Oh no, Hypatia!
Is that the bird's name? No, just kidding, it's the researcher. I know.
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Right.
Oh, her? How could we forget? So did something happen?
Let me see what's written in the letter first. Oh.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it. Huh? All Paimon sees are 3 squiggly lines.
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help. We need to go.
What? You know, if you're gonna meditate and stuff out... Oh, goodness gracious.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... Well, I'd prefer not to remember that.
What happened? I'm curious.
Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you two bring these to her?
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations? But will the Traveler be okay if her cave is still filled with that funny incense?
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
It's a light and refreshing fragrance. Fragrance. No unusual feelings this time.
Huh? Really? You're not feeling even a little drowsy?
Nope.
But wait, how'd you know that he'd be okay this time, Tainari?
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate the Dendro element. I knew then that he would be fine. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsol's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw while you were unconscious?
What I saw weren't hallucinations, were they?
That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you. Because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Tevat. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the fate of Sumeru. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide any secrets from you.
So what exactly was it that I saw?
When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you witnessed were actually real memories contained within Irminsul itself. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of Spirit Borneol are aimed at establishing a connection with Irminsul, just as you did.
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us? Seriously, she completely ignored us the last time we tried talking to her.
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time, she must avoid communicating with others. Please, wait here for a moment.
It's just quiet. Oh, there we go.
Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. I'm sure it'll come in handy. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her and she'll answer any questions you may have.
Thank you.
No. I should be the one thanking you. You've both been a great help these last few days.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
Anyway, please take good care of Hypatia. I'll go prepare Kale's medicine now. Using the Lunar Lotuses while they're still fresh will significantly boost their effectiveness. Rest assured, Kale will recover quickly as long as she has her medicine.
Yesterday, a total of 5.
Make things easier instead of traveling there. Just walking there.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
I'm curious to know what Tainari experienced when she wrote that letter with the 5 lines. I wonder what happened.
Hello? Hypatia? Hey, there's nobody here. Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area.
Okay. It sounded like it was coming from inside the cave. Sapatia, is she okay? Oh, it's that thing! What was that? Okay, what was
There
that?
you are! Hypatia, are you alright?
So hungry. Need water.
She somehow has more energy than I expected.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Let's try finding some water first. Huh? Wait. Why does it look super foggy outside all of a sudden? Anyway, let's go look around.
I don't remember this. Entered the cave for the first time.
Huh? How'd things out here end up looking like this? What happened? And where are we?
Relax, Paimon. There must be a logical explanation for all of this.
Really? Oh, maybe you're right. Let's go investigate the area. Wow, this place is huge! Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
Okay. Wait. What am I doing back in Kazuha's, what am I doing back on the,
Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Yeah, this looks like, Kazuha's, mirage from, the Golden Apple Archipelago. Now what? Oh. So what I'm understanding, I need to find these 3 seeds, and it should unlock that door that's to the right. Oh, look at that.
Right here. Emerge. Right here.
Stabilize!
Nothing lasts forever. Right now. Emerge. Right now.
Order guide you.
Done already? Might as well. I became a Sealy. Going into another, the Lotus that I can't for the life of me pronounce. Okay. Going up. This feels like I'm in Alice in Wonderland for some. Oh, not again. Now too. Where am I at now? Oh, I recognize.
What in Tibet is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute. Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
This is from the labyrinth event. Ah, it's one of these. There we go. That was... Yeah, this was from that, the labyrinth event, I believe it was 2.4, I want to say? No, 2.3. This is because it was just after the events of the Archon Quest Act 3, Chapter 3. When Chad had to look for Scaramouche, was looking for Scaramouche. Was tasked to finding him. Oh, hi.
Well. Looks like we meet again, traveler.
Damn it, I don't have Ayaka on with me.
The Abyss Herald! What are you planning to do in this strange place?
Strange place. Plotting. You needn't worry about such things. They don't concern you.
Gather!
Emerge, right here.
Get moving! Bring it on!
Solidify! I will have order!
Why is the shield not going down? Gang,
Right now.
are you okay?
Emerge.
Oh.
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before! What's wrong this time?
Well, for one, I don't have Ayaka with me. I didn't expect to run into an Abyss Herald here.
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are.
My journey will not end here. I still must find my sister.
Your sister. Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so ignorant? Or are you just living in complete denial? Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless. But don't you fret now. Today will be your last. Now die!
Am I dead? Nope, I'm sparing. Nope, I'm alive. And snap back to reality. What was all that just now? Strange. It feels like I was just dreaming for a moment there, but I can't remember what I saw. That's me with every dream. When I wake up
What
in
do
the
we
morning.
do? We haven't seen Hypatia anywhere out here. Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing.
Ah, so sweet.
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that?
Sorry, I kinda zoned out for a second there.
Are you okay? That's really not like you. Anyways, we can talk about this later. We better make sure she's alright first.
Right. Sorry, Tainari, for wasting the food that you prepped. I swear we didn't get it from. Okay, I better not make that joke,
Whoa.
cause
Wait a sec.
we know.
Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to good use.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you?
No, it's Alistair.
Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here, we have a letter that he asked us to give you.
I want to say that is a nice dream catcher.
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I've caused you.
Oh, we're just a bit concerned.
I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we arrived. We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips. How did you end up like this anyway?
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor. Must have come by and saw me like this.
That neighbor you're thinking of, is it that little round spirit that whatever that thing was we saw earlier before we went into that weird dream?
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Is it like a little round creature?
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Yes.
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream? Isn't that a little too crazy to believe?
Paimon, I know it sounds far-fetched, but at this point in my journey, one is a little bit crazy from what we are going through right now.
No, I actually do believe what the traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor here. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your neighbor exactly?
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the Dendro Archon. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul.
Huh.
Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. They just kept doing whatever they were up to. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. And they weren't alone. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me.
What fascinating creatures.
Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tighnari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Irminsul.
Yes. But first...
Sorry about that. Sounds like just drinking juice still isn't quite enough for my stomach.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Anyway, looks like we'll need to prepare something ourselves. Besides, Paimon's getting hungry too. Let's eat first and talk about Irminsul later.
Well, Firehunt, to be fair, I was caught off guard going into a dream dimension.
Alright, we're up, traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame and a radish veggie soup. You'll love them, Hypatia. They're our specialties after all.
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before. I certainly look forward to it. It's been so long since I've had a decent meal, too. To be honest, the last time had to be when Tighnari came to visit.
I'm curious to know what happened with that.
All done! Let's use the empty box that Tighnari gave us since we already washed it. Oh, it smells amazing! And the box is a nice touch, too! Let's go serve this up and start eating with Hypatia!
Your food?
Are you already finished cooking? Smells delectable. I'm truly thankful whenever I can enjoy a proper meal like this. Cooking really isn't my forte.
There we go.
Even though everything you mentioned was in Tighnari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spiritborn eel for the first time. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the Academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make Spiritborn ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Dendro Archon's power.
As long as it... this is to the point that I'm going to realistic hallucinations. Damn.
Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth.
I think I understand.
Naturally. Anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a person of great understanding.
question. Why was he sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, he could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experienced a sensory overload, hence the adverse reactions. Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spirit-born ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry though, it appears you've already fully recovered. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon, but unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of Spirit-born ale should no longer trigger such reactions.
Whew. Well, that's a relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life, I'd consider it worthwhile so long as I could connect with Irminsul at will.
Whoa, you're really serious about this whole thing, aren't you?
I am a researcher after all. As a member of the Ritaoist Archon at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is still so much we don't know, especially regarding the mysteries that lie in the starry skies.
Scaramouche says it's fake.
Which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers. If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to attune with Irminsul will be successful, or that doing so will leave my consciousness intact. I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this stage. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind caving in on itself.
Well, that does not sound dangerous at all.
That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm while minimizing the possibility of involving anyone else.
Whoa, so knowledge from Irminsul can be super dangerous. Aren't you afraid of the risks, Hypatia?
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight, and dead silent without even the sound of insects. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the Dendro Archon. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the God of Wisdom herself. And they have the curious power to make people dream.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being, does it?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Huh?
Oh, is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, however, never do.
I guess if I'm living in Sumeru, I was still gonna be considered a child.
The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical.
That statement I can agree with. Reminds me of the dream when I saw from the Arana.
Yes, if one struggles with anxieties,
Aranara.
those emotions could influence their dreams. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, the god of wisdom, is keeping us away from the foolish delusions you encounter in your sleep. I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown up once I stop dreaming. I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the Academia, and went on to become a researcher. Sure enough, I never dreamed again. But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw, I clearly recall the feeling. I suddenly felt like I was a child again. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be, but I was free of fear. Maybe dreaming isn't as bad as we've made it out to be. Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City. They'll look at you as if you've lost your mind.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things he saw when he connected with Irminsul?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you saw is a memory contained within Irminsul itself. World forget me. What could that possibly mean? If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. I might have some more answers for you. If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me.
Thanks, Aphasia. We wish you luck in your endeavors.
There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors. Besides, I'm already looking forward to tasting some more of your cooking.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright and had the chance to ask her some questions, Paimon thinks it's about time to head back to Gandharvaville.
Yep.
Heading out, I see? If there's anything else you'd ever like to ask about, you know where to find me. Take care. Do remember to come visit anytime you're in the area. I would be happy to chat with you.
Alright, I just gotta find you at this nearest teleport point is the literal first of Statue to 7. Okay, fly over there. What is going on there? There we go.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the problem? As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly refuse?
Keep your emotions in check, Ghulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the Academia, not to cause a scene.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your invitation. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after all. So now I've come here in his stead.
I see. Huh. And I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me personally.
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your assistance.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City, that is.
Care to explain?
And how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master? If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Ghulam, we're leaving.
What is he looking at me for?
Tainari, what was that all about?
It's nothing. Some people from the Academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project, but I had to refuse on account of all my responsibilities here. But all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and around. She answered a bunch of questions for us, too.
Very good. Now that the traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer. I assume you will be heading to Sumeru City, correct?
That's right. We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice. Do you have any idea on how we can find her?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Well, do you at least know anyone we can try asking in Sumeru City?
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been fairly short, and most of my acquaintances are researchers. How about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Amorta Darshan and is adept at gathering information. Asking him might prove worthwhile. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you, but maybe you can give it a try.
Oh? What is it?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Some say that this very item is the basis of Sumeru's reputation as the City of Wisdom. Needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the Academia's expertise, so I'll leave it to them to show you how to use it.
Great! Next up, Sumeru City!
But first,
But wait, before that...
we need to say goodbye to Kale.
That's right! Tainari, we have something important to say to Kale before we leave. Is she doing better now?
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. Last I saw her, she was taking the path towards the North Crossing. She knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you off.
Thanks, Tainari. All right, let's go!
Farewell, and good luck to you both.
And we'll see you later, Tenari, when I'll be covering your story quest after the second Archon quest.
I think I'll start with these questions.
I'll have to grab a drink with Flame May when I'm back in the city.
Hi there, Kale.
I've been waiting for you two. Never mind. I guess I should just wish you two a safe and successful journey.
Oh,
Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City.
We'll be back to see you soon, Kale.
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. It's up to me and the others to protect the rainforest here. And, I'm sorry. I should have told you both about my condition when we first met. I just wanted you two to treat me as a normal friend, not some girl that needs your sympathy. But I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends to be genuine with one another.
Right.
There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you for trusting us enough to be your friends and sharing your past with us.
Indirectly, but yeah.
We're probably still gonna worry about your condition, but that's because we're friends and we care about you.
Right.
Thank you. That means a lot. Before you leave, I have something for you.
Oh? What is it?
It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy, remember? My handwriting is a little, messy, so please don't laugh.
Yay! Thanks, Kale. Now we can eat those scrumptious little pitas whenever and wherever we like.
I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here in Gandharvaville.
Of course we will. Of course we will.
Well then, I, trainee Forest Ranger Kale, bid you both farewell. Please visit Gandharvaville again. The Rangers will always be ready to assist you here.
Ah, yes. So, let me... Wait, back. Yeah, that's the one. Alright, since the Golden Apple Archipelago event is now over. Alright, let's head into Sumeru City. Let's get this. I want to say landmark so much, but I mean technically it is. It's a teleport point.
Right here. Emerge.
Okay. Hang on, let me get a snapshot. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a good image. Welcome to Sumeru City. That could be also in an image as well. The thumbnail.
Oh, did you see that? When those people entered the city, something on their heads lit up.
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. But how did you know that?
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru City with a device. Perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's lasting legacy, a treasure trove of collected knowledge. After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, the Academia created one of its most ingenious inventions, the Akasha Terminal. As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha Terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha Terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities such as Sumeru City and Port Ormos.
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling us about. It sounds pretty amazing.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha Terminals to Outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However, this policy was recently changed, and now all travelers are issued one upon arrival.
Oh, that's
Here
cool.
are your Akasha Terminals. Please handle them with care.
It kinda looks like a leaf.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
Oh, since this little doodad lets you access knowledge, maybe we can use it to find a way to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let's give it a try. Ahem. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
Oh god, I'm really gonna go into this, but the Akasha system reminds me so much of. Oh god, I'm gonna say ordinal scale activate. Yes, I'm an SAO fan, so.
Whoa! Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing. It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and bam! You get it. Oh, that'll come in real handy.
That's funny.
Exactly. That is the power of the Akasha. And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let Paimon try. 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some scorched ruins. The deity now resides in the sanctuary of Suristana. Seems pretty similar to what Kali was telling us. Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her. Paimon doesn't sense anything. The Akasha didn't respond to Paimon's question.
Huh, the same happened to me.
Oh, come on! Ugh. Focusing on this question feels like when you have something you're trying to remember and it's on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't think of it.
Man, I hate that feeling too.
Ugh, Paimon's brain is exhausted.
Maybe if I'll indirectly find more information about Kusanali.
Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it?
Many bright dots of light appeared in my mind. I probably need to calm my mind and focus more to understand what they mean. The feelings of affection, intimacy, nostalgia, sadness, and anxiety also comes to my mind. These seem to be what the people of Sumeru feel about their departed Archon.
Uh-oh. Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all of a sudden. It feels like the people of Sumeru really miss their Archon.
I think that's Lord Kusanali. Some knowledge began to trickle into my mind for a moment, but there wasn't really anything I could already know.
You too? Well, glad it's not just Paimon.
Think, why doesn't the Akasha answer my question? A vague thought suddenly comes to mind. The Akasha doesn't unconditionally respond to every query. Also, even if it is the same query is requested by multiple people, the Akasha still imparts knowledge based on each person's identity, age, experience, and other demographics.
Huh. Could it be because we're Outlanders and we've only just arrived in Sumeru? You know, maybe we're not qualified to receive an answer to this sort of question or something. Well, seems no matter which way we try, we can't find anything that'll lead us to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Guess our only choice now is to try meeting with the researcher that Tainari recommended. He's from Sumeru and even has a position in the Academia. Maybe he'll be able to access more info from the Akasha.
Alright, we'll see.
Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from the city's gate. Let's head over and have a look. Hopefully he's at home.
Plain hurtful.
Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great! You see, Tainari sent us here and...
What? Tainari?
Yes?
Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most convincing results, but...
We're not here to discuss academics.
Here! This is a letter from Tainari!
Oh, let me see... Ah! Ooh, what a relief. You two nearly scared the life out of me. So you two just have some questions for me?
Yes?
Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information. So, what is it you two would like to know?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what I can find in the Akasha.
In other words, give me a second, let me Google it.
Sorry, the Akasha didn't respond to my query.
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that? us more info than we did.
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher, so the Akasha doesn't see a need for me to know more about the Dendro Archon. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the Sanctuary of Sorasthana or made a public appearance.
Huh. Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious figure.
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
Aw, but then what can we do?
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. You could certainly try asking around and see if anyone else has ideas. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali may not be a bad thing.
Why is that?
In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha, and things you can never accomplish. Knowing when to yield is a form of wisdom. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tighnari? That guy can publish 3 papers in just a single year.
Especially if I don't know how doctorates, especially I have to type in those, I have to make those articles and stuff. For certain majors anyway. Some take like a couple months of a lot of intensive research, a lot of writing and stuff, but I don't know. But 1 paper every 3 years, that's pretty bad.
Okay. Thanks for your advice.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, come find me.
So by the area of expertise, you meant that kind of stuff.
Hey, come on! This is a survival skill at the academia.
Oh, Paimon's expectations were pretty low, but this is so low, it's like digging holes in the dirt.
That's insulting.
So what do we do now? Even if we want to talk to someone, we don't know anybody here.
No, there's still one other person we know.
Huh? Like who?
Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Oh, you're right! Catherine! The Adventurers Guild has its own intel network. Let's hurry and find her.
First off, let me get this teleport point. Hey, Sumeru Catherine.
Ad Astra Abyssosque. Hello, Traveler and Paimon.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you. With what do you require assistance?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood. Please wait.
As I Google it. It's just dead silent.
I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information in my personal memory.
Aww, another dead end. Well, if Catherine can't help us, then we really don't know anyone else to ask now.
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help you two. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, there are numerous active mercenary groups collectively known as the Eremites. They take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru, so they naturally accrue intelligence. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing and coordinating the affairs of all other mercenary brigades.
Corps of 30? What a weird name.
Supposedly, they are named as such because their ranks numbered 30 at their inception. Asphont, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, he and his words carry great weight within mercenary circles. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Core of 30's headquarters, the Citadel of Rexar.
Thanks a bunch, Catherine.
You're welcome. I wish you two the best of luck. We look forward to your exploits in Sumeru.
We shall see about that, Catherine.
Alright, off to the Citadel of Rexar we go!
First things first. Now can I... Are you kidding me? I can't take a commission...
Ad Astra Abyssal.
First off, let me go ahead and get this. Okay. Can I please change the commission to Sumeru only commissions? Seems not. Well, figure something out.
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
It's nice to meet you, Osfond. We'd like to ask you about something.
You ask away.
I see. So, Catherine's the one who sent you this way.
Right.
Ha! It's true that the Eremites' network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro Archon.
Well, aren't you called again?
Seriously? That's it?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. As far as the Akasha goes, we can access even less than you. We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own two hands to carve out a living. We don't beg gods for their aid. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Why is that?
Oh? Why's that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, most of them only care for the late Greater Lord Rugurdevada. In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her legacy. Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with Greater Lord Rugurdevada and hold her in greater esteem. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces anything about her. As far as the people of Sumeru are concerned, she's just a god that exists. And that's all.
Really? Aw. After hearing all of that, Paimon sort of feels bad for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Ha! But who knows? We're all just guessing when it comes down to it. Besides, I'm sure the God of Wisdom doesn't worry about her reputation among people like us.
Alright, well, thanks for the info, Osfond.
No problem. Always happy to help out the Adventurers Guild.
Seems Osfond was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, hi there.
Huh? Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon.
Can you tell us the legend?
Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. It predicted that a great calamity was about to befall him. Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. However, he still couldn't find any trace of the Dendro Archon. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully resign to his fate.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. By relying on his own strength, he managed to overcome the adversity. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. She said, "O Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found by you. Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath of dancing wind. So long as you continue to think and ponder, we'll be wherever you go."
What an amazing story.
Yeah, thanks for the story! Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
In a way, it seems like this story is also one of the Dendro Archon's avatars.
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali, can you tell us anything else about her?
Of course. So did you two know that,
You good there?
I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another day.
You good there?
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened?
I think it has something to do with those people over there.
It looks like they're searching for someone. Dunyarzad was acting super nervous just now. You think they're looking for her? Ugh, this stinks! We finally managed to find a lead about Lesser Lord Kusanali! We can't let them get in the way now! Let's see if we can get rid of them. Then we can catch up with Dunyarzad!
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're looking for her.
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrists?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction she went?
Yeah, she went that way.
Quick, after her!
That should keep him busy for a while. Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad. There you are, Dunyarzad. We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
Really? Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I believe there's still more of them out there looking for me. Uh-oh, looks like there are some coming this way.
Then what are we standing here for? Run!
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. It's difficult for me to run.
How about we find some place to hide?
Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go to. They probably wouldn't expect me to hide in a place like that.
All right, let's move out. Stay behind us. We'll keep an eye out for anyone looking for you.
Seems like everything's clear, and let's enter the tavern.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now.
Oh!
Wait, stand down, Dia.
Hi there. I nearly got killed.
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec! Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey! Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back. Why are you still pushing her?
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation.
Yes, do enlighten us.
Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double? A triple? Give me some time and I'll get that much.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents. And they know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. They still won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living with us a long time already. This should be old news to you. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world I'm also grateful to. Because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for my parents. This is my life and my last chance. So I want to do something meaningful.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes, I'm sure. At least, it is to me.
Fine, I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because I agree with you.
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now. My nerves were acting up. And I even brought up your payment in such an offensive way.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, that's our next topic of conversation.
Speaking of Mora, I'm pretty sure Dory is gonna have a lot of competition with you, but let's just see. God, I'm getting exhausted. We shall see about that.
Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. It wouldn't be easy to hide things from your old man. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need someone to cover you for when you're out and about.
Right.
So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me. We can settle the bill when we return to the estate.
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
Are you okay?
I'm fine, really. I just feel a little tired now that things have calmed down.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up and grab some grub.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Sure! After you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Part of me is saying, okay, I'm gonna end the stream here. Goodness gracious, okay, they weren't kidding. This first part is so long that I thought I would have reached the ending by the time I left the forest and reached the Sumeru city. But no, seems like this is just one long chapter. So I'm gonna end it here and split this into 2 parts. Well, a part 2 which I'll do. Oh god, it's already midnight already.
Doing detective work means
Yeah,
you gotta
so
walk the walk.
I'm gonna do part 2 later
No,
today.
I mean literally.
After I come home
I
from
need to
work.
search high and low for evidence.
And finish that there. As for Archon Quest Chapter 2, we'll plan to do it on Friday night. But other than that, thank you for tuning in. If you stop by and watch, expect part 2 tomorrow, and part 2 to wrap up the rest of this first Archon Quest, and Friday night. I wanted to cover the entirety of Chapter 2 of the Archon Quest. But other than that, we'll see you back tomorrow.
There's
later
something in
today.
the air. Something.